Okay, it seems like Isagi's having his first interview within Blue Lock. Let's see what he says. What's up guys, my name is Jake Xiao. We are covering chapter 205 of Blue Lock. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as Blue Lock is definitely going to be something common on this channel. I'm very curious to see how everyone rises after seeing the rankings in the last chapter and see if there's any improvements in the future and who else is going to come and step up to the plate. Anyway, let's get into the video and see what happens in chapter 205 of Blue Lock. So as we know, Isagi is actually the man of the match with the Bastard München vs Manchester City game, and he's been offered 50 million yen by Bastard München themselves. He gets an opportunity to play with Noah, but even though he feels very good about this and actually appreciative of it, it makes no particular difference because he wants to score goals the way he'll be able to make an impact. He doesn't just want to be a regular midfielder or substitute to that. He wants to follow his ego and show that he would be one of the greatest in the world as a footballer. But Isagi has left a very great impression because they all see him as very kind and sweet. Isagi is a good guy, but as he said, he wants to score his goals. So the interview was really impressive in fact, and found him as very interesting. Isagi goes outside and everyone's basically cheering him on, you know, happy that he's able to have such a cool interview. That actually shows how cool Blue Lock is. In fact, Blue Lock was even trending on the social media. That is when you know that Blue Lock is something different. I mean, imagine it was in real life, Blue Lock would be insane. So with that opportunity, Raichi is also a person that comes into the mix. He looks at them and realizes the man of the match is there. How great. But the problem with Raichi is the fact that no matter what happens, he really wants to be able to be number one. He is very determined and shows true emotions in comparison to everyone else. Yes, Isagi is doing very well. Yes, he's being extraordinary. Yes, he's the man of the match. But Raichi wants to be better than that. He doesn't want to just settle for the fact that, oh, Isagi's done it, let me just cheer him on. Because at the end of the day, Blue Lock is all about ego, and you just have to be the best. Whether Isagi makes it or you, that is the difference between you and being the best striker in the world and him. As Raichi says, he is the most honest person in the world right now, and it's written all over his face that he's flipping frustrated. Being on the bench for the couple of games that he had, and Bastard München not playing him at all, I can understand why he would be annoyed. Seeing someone that used to be in the same team with and calling him a bum and not even that good, to now becoming one of the best players in the world in terms of his respective age is pretty crazy to see. So now he's really pumped up and wants to be able to reach even grandier heights and drag Isagi down. So now Isagi names him the stamina freak because Raichi is really known for his stamina. If you remember against Rio, he was able to keep up with him and just keep getting there, and they even mentioned that he never lets go. But he says no, my actual football technique is sexy footballing machine. Which to this day we don't know in particular what he genuinely means, but I think we could find out in due time. We just have to wait and see. As you know, we never really seen him in a midfield or attacking position before. We just seen him in a defensive position. Does that mean he's gonna stay in defense? We don't know, but something about sexy footballing machine, there has to be a bit more to it, right? But we'll find out. And then it transitions to Yukimiya. Yukimiya has actually ended up doing Blue Lock photo shoots because, as you know, before he used to be in the model industry. So now he's holding poses, he's pretty much doing what they want and running the game. He's been doing it along with Chris Prince. Yes, Chris Prince, the guy that pretty much Isagi ruined his moment for. And you can see that he is taking a liking into Yukimiya. They're both doing their ads, and you know, Chris Prince is a professional when it comes to this. And Yukimiya is really grateful to work with him. I mean, he's one of the best in the world, right? He says no worries, besides your goal was freaking amazing, so he really appreciating his goal. In addition to being a good player, you need to be popular too. So he's saying that brand endorsements, things like how Cristiano Ronaldo operates, allows you to become one of the best, and it keeps you in the headline for longer, although you could have more scrutiny. So Yukimiya is wondering, why don't you get Isagi then if that's the case? But Chris Prince is fuming, annoyed at Isagi, and said that he would never forgive him the fact that he ruined his special moment and prevented him from being the world number one. But then towards Yukimiya, he just says, well, what's done is done, I'm not mad at all. But he's holding his fist, clenching it so tight that he even rips up a bit of his badge when it comes to his suit that he's wearing, and you can see he's furious. But he then goes ahead and says, see you at the World Cup, and tell Isagi Raichi that I will see him there too. It really seems like Isagi Raichi got on the bad side of Chris Prince. So now Yukimiya is called into the office, and Jinpachi Ego exposes the harsh reality. He knows about the spots, the black spots that come in his vision when he's blurry, and apparently there's no cure, but there's only ways to slow it down and make it not end up tragic. Jinpachi Ego had to expose that he already knew, and Yukimiya even understands that he didn't tell him because he didn't want anyone to feel sorry for him, especially with the fact that you know how people move. And now Jinpachi Ego is giving him a bit of clearance to clear his head and tell him anything that maybe he doesn't know or how he felt about the situation. You know, no one's getting recorded, so you be good. And then Jinpachi Ego had to even stop him and say, I already knew. I ran a background check on you before you enter Blue Lock, so of course I will know what happens to you and the medicals. And the only reason I'm bringing it now is because a club that wanted you, which is Ajax in this case, but you know they're calling it Ajax, which is a pretty interesting name. They basically gave him an offer and they actually offered to help him with the issue he has in his eye. They are currently offering 29 million and treatment because that's how much they value him as a player. And they won't pay for the entire thing because they believe in his talents. It's still uncertain if the eyes will fully heal, but they're willing to do anything they can to support him. Offers like this don't come very often, so Yukimiya is very lucky in this case. Even at that, Yukimiya tells them to wait while he makes his final decision. He's thankful Ajax actually made such an offer, and he would accept it without hesitation, but he doesn't feel like he deserves it. In fact, it's only because Isagi kind of niced him and gave him that up, which is why he's in this position in the first place. And he wants to prove it's more than that, and they're not going to regret the decision. So if he's going to make a decision, he's going to make it based off how he's actually worth, and not because he was just given to it by Isagi. Growing his own ego. This is what it means to be in Blue Lock. This is what it means to grow your ego, 100%. So I would like them to actually wait until the Neo Egoist League is over before deciding how valuable he is. And he said that there will be no guarantee. Jinpachi let him know again, there's no guarantee for you to get this offer again or even better. So pretty much he's not asking for miracles no more, but he's going to train very hard to make sure that he's never going to have that situation as an issue, and by the end of this they will know who he is based off his worth and not because he was just given a bone by Isagi. And he is determined to show everyone that he is going to change destiny with his own hands. Then you see a panel of Igaguri training, Isagi training, and Raichi training. And then it goes into Hiyori looking up at the sky and just wondering, football is so tiring. Now my thoughts about Hiyori is kind of interesting. I wonder, for someone who is a striker, someone who really wants to be a striker and has an ego, quote unquote, why are they such a passer? I don't know many strikers who want to pass more than actually wanting to score. Isn't that kind of the fundamental part of being a striker? So they would be very good in the midfield. And the way they're saying football is tiring, is it going to be a moment where they can actually awaken their ego to show that they're really ready? I'm not 100% sure. Hiyori has kind of a long way to go, and they haven't even shown us what they're capable of yet to this day. I hope that they're actually able to, you know, show something that we haven't seen before, and maybe it might be their time to shine. I think Hiyori over time has been lost a little bit in Isagi's shadow, because Isagi is really ruling the whole place and dictating the whole play. I think now people are coming to understand that their selves in Blue Lock are not going to be guaranteed, so they need to stop catering to each other, but actually start getting your own goals and show people that you're worth more than 0 million. 0 million is crazy. But yeah man, that would be the end of the chapter. Thank you guys for watching this video. As I said, I really love doing the Blue Lock videos, and if you haven't already, there's a lot of Blue Lock content about to come out. Like and subscribe if you're new, and as I said to the new people that come and visit my channel, Njana.